So last week we did intervals, 2 notes at a time that we could analyze in their various types and qualities. And this week we bump up to 3 notes at a time, which means triads. Next week is 7th chords. I did include it on this cheat sheet here, even though we won't be covering that this week, just so that by the end of next week you have a really comprehensive cheat sheet without having to get things out and change them or add anything. So they're all there for you. So I would want to encourage you at this point, we have covered probably about 4 weeks worth of in-class material that I would normally in an actual classroom be going through examples with you every day, taking questions one-on-one for approximately an hour a day for 4 weeks. So that's a lot of information that we've condensed down. So if you're not feeling super confident with the material up until this point, there is zero shame in going back and rewatching, redoing some of those exercises until you get it down. No problem with that whatsoever. I am going to continue to post things every Monday though, so that you've got more material for the 1 or 2 of you that are like super on top of things and really want to move on. That's cool. I'm going to keep posting them, and then you can keep moving through them at your own pace. But again, it's better to learn things well than to learn more. Quality over quantity. Okay, so I have this cheat sheet available on Google Docs for you, and it will include triads this week, and like I said, 7th chords next week. We'll leave these blank for now. We're going to do this part together and talk about what triads are and how they function, and then we're also going to create this part. This is probably the thing, even more so than the interval cheat sheet and the other cheat sheets that we've made, the scale one. This will be the thing that you go back to the most, I think, when we get to 4-part chord analysis and cadences and writing 4-part stuff, all that sort of thing. Okay, so triads are 3 notes put together that make a chord. Okay, and we're going to get into some examples of this later, but of the 3 notes, there is a root, a third, and a fifth. And how you build them is what we're going to put in here. So your major triad, and this is why your intervals are important, your major triad starts with a major third on the bottom note from the root. You go a major third up to find the 2nd note, and from that 2nd note, you go a minor third up from there, and that's what gives you a major triad. Okay, so there's a different combination of thirds on all of these. I'll show you what it looks like on the staff later. Okay, and then for your minor triad, the bottom third is a minor third. That first interval on the bottom gives it the quality of the chord, if you hadn't noticed. Major third, minor third. Okay, so and then we flip that around. We put a major third on the top. Really, all you do to change from a major triad to a minor triad is you take the middle note, or the third, and you lower it by a half step. Again, we'll show you on the staff and on the keyboard a little bit later. For a diminished triad, you have a minor third and a minor third. So your fifth is actually, your third and your fifth are lowered to make one of these. And then augmented is basically like a major one, but your fifth is raised. So you start with your major third, and then from that middle note, you go up another major third. Okay, so it's just different combinations of major thirds stacked on top of each other. That's what make triads, and that's why we have to do intervals before we do triads. Okay, so we'll go into what makes the types of 7th chords later. We're going to skip over this one for now and go straight to our chord building cheat sheet. Now you'll notice on this this chord building activity that or on this table that there aren't any accidentals, and that's because those change all the time. So we're just going to use this for the letters for the purpose of identifying chords, and then you can always, I used to do this in high school when I first started doing this, if you put one of these sheets or this table specifically into a sheet protector of some kind, of plastic one, then you can use a dry erase marker to add the accidentals when you're identifying things within this sort of table. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going for now. So what I have here is chords that are built on a root. The root is always on the bottom, at least for now. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, your entire alphabet. Okay, now the third, if we're going this direction, the third in this chord is going to be up 2 letters, A, B, C. Okay, up 2 letters from there, C, D, E. And I'm sure if you're smarty pants, you could do the 7ths as well, but we'll do those again next week. Okay, then we go on to the next one. B, you'd skip C to get to the 3rd, and you get to D. Skip E to get to the 5th, and you get F. Okay, and you can actually go all the way down from here. You don't have to do it this direction. You can go this direction. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, E, F, G, A, B, C, D. Okay, this comes in really handy when you're looking at a triad, particularly an inverted triad, which we'll get to soon. If you're looking at a triad and even with the accidentals, you know that there is a D, an F, and an A in there, then you know this is the chord you're dealing with. Okay, and that F might be an F sharp if it's a major triad, or maybe it's a regular F and this is an A flat and it's a diminished triad, but no matter what, it's some sort of triad based on D. Okay, so we'll go back and use this a lot in our following videos.